Alright, I wanted to show a few of my EV trained Pokemon. These are all legit, they've all been bred. Not using any cloned or hacked Pokemon or anything like that. All from scratch over time, mainly over the last year and a half. Anyways, this is number 31. I have probably about 50 or 60 EV trained Pokemon. This is number 31. It's not that great, it's just a Salamence, Adamant Nature. The genes are okay, they're decent. All Salamences have Intimidate ability, of course. And then it has Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Fire Fang, and Dragon Dance. I choose Fire Fang because it's good versus like a Bronzong or let's say a Metagross with Magnet Rise, or another Pokemon with Magnet Rise that might be a Metal Pokemon or Steel Pokemon. Other than, the other alternative that I see people use is like a Stone Edge. And Salamence is good because of his Intimidate ability, weakens attacks, and he's also good because he's got decent speed, and once you use one Dragon Dance you can usually outspeed most Pokemon. And he's also got a huge attack stat. And he's great for switching when someone uses an Earthquake. Anyways, here's number 30. Start with this Skyler. Okay, Skyler has a Choice Band. It just makes it a little bit of fun. It's a Jolly Nature, and I think it has a max, the highest speed gene that's possible. So it can get around 328 speed. I have the Technician ability, which is really good because it powers up moves that are below 60 power. And I put Choice Band because it's pretty fun if you use this guy as a starter in your team. What you do is, if you don't really want to fight whatever the matchup is, you just do a U-turn, and it can be a really powerful U-turn with the Choice Band on, because you get same type attack bonus and the extra damage from the Choice Band. The next attack is Arrow Ace. It always hits, which is fantastic, plus it gets powered up by same type attack bonus and by the Choice Band. And there's Quick Attack, and that's good if someone has a Focus Sash. You just use it on the next turn and kill them. And it's kind of a good wild card move. And then there's Brick Break. Okay, the next Pokemon will be number 29. Is Rhyperior. This one, Adamant Nature. All I did is I maxed out the hit point stat and the defense stat, because he's got such a good attack stat. As I recall, you can get well over 400 attack if you train the attack stat with an Adamant Nature. And the ability, of course, is Solid Rock. It's the best ability that the Rhyperior really has, if I had to choose between the two of his abilities. And then I just have 4 straight attacks. Maybe not the best build, but those are some pretty powerful attacks, so they can really catch the opponent off guard. Next is a Dragonite, really overused Pokemon, I understand. And it has Inner Focus, which prevents flinching, which is nice, so you can't Rock Slide flinch or use Air Slash with a Pokemon like, oh goodness, I forgot the name. Anyways, you can't flinch him, which is okay, I guess. But he's still really weak to ice, of course. He's got Earthquake, Ice Punch, Outrage, and Dragon Dance. The only way you can get Ice Punch on this guy is to get it trained via a move tutor in Emerald. I think it's the only generation 4 game that can do it. Ruby or Sapphire might be able to do it as well. And that's what I did. That's why I got this one. This is a Metagross, an Adamant Nature. Great stats except for the Speed gene, which is really weak. But I maxed out the Hit Point gene and the Attack gene. Clear Body prevents stats from being lowered, like by Intimidate and stuff like that, which is nice. I wanted just to have one of these with a Thunder Punch and Ice Punch from the move tutors. And so I just have 4 powerful attacks. Maybe not the best move set. Another good move I think on this Pokemon is either Meteor Mash or Bullet Punch, which are some pretty cool moves. And this is a Dusknoir. Adamant Nature. Ice Punch, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Shadow Sneak. Nothing too special about that, but not too many people make Dusknoirs just with attack moves. His attack is okay. It's up to 328 with an Adamant Nature. This is Kingdra. I think most people have been killed by one, whether it be on a battle or in the battle tower. The reason why Kingdra is good is that if you throw him or her out in the rain, in this case him, his speed doubles, and water moves become 50% more damaging. So he already has same type of attack bonus. On top of that, Rain Dance makes his surf really powerful. You've probably seen it in action before. And so, he can be a pretty good special sweeper if he's out in the rain. Item of choice would be either a Damp Rock or a Lumberry, sometimes a Life Orb. This is just a wild card. I made him just for fun. It's a Naive Nature Houndoom. Houndoom has a notoriously low defense, so he really can't stand up to much. So I suggest probably putting a Focus Sash, because if someone Earthquakes him, he's certainly going to die unless it was Blissey or something like that with with a really low attack stat. But how I designed him, he's only got a 30 speed gene. But what I designed him to do is, not only is he good if someone tries to use a sleeping move, because he can wake up pretty quick, but if he's got a Focus Sash on and there's no Sandstorm or hail or something like that, what you do is you just let his Focus Sash hit and then you use Reversal. And if you're in a situation where you think they might switch out, then Nasty Pot's a good choice too. You hit that, and then when they come back, you're gonna hit them with a pretty nasty, damaging Dark Pulse or Flamethrower. So it might give some people a run for their money, like 1 out of 100 times. But he's not really that powerful of a Pokemon. It's just kind of a fun one to make. Here's Empoleon. He's another wild card. I usually like to put a Shuka Berry on him if I was to battle someone, because especially versus like a dragon, like Salamence or Dragonite or Garchomp, they will most likely try to Earthquake you, and when they do, you use Ice Beam afterwards, because they'll certainly outspeed an Empoleon. You use Ice Beam, and if they have a Focus Sash or Yace Berry, it's still going to do a ton of damage because he's got a huge special attack stat, so it's most likely to kill him. If the Focus Sash activates, then you just hit Aqua Jet in the next turn. So you've killed one of the overused dragons. I've done that at least once or twice, so it's pretty fun. But I still call him a wild card. I mean, I used him in the Wi-Fi Battle Tower and got to level 5 with him in a team with Weavile, Swampert, and Empoleon, just because he can be useful versus some Pokemon, especially in switches where certain Pokemon don't have any counters to Steel type matchups. Next one is a